For sure. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got the juice now. What? Flight boss, bitch. Let's do it. Yeah, I'm straight up off the roof. Like, no, I ain't you, but a nigga got the juice. Yeah, nigga flew. Flight boss, bitch, and you know that I'm the truth. Wait a minute, yeah, bitch, wait a minute. Wait a minute, yeah, bitch, wait a minute. Fuck with us, if you gotta rep a girl, pump it up, yeah, everybody in the world coming like a domino. Yeah, now tell me, do you got the gummy supposed to go around the stove? Yeah, any problems that I got, trust me, they gotta go. Yeah, you wonder why the universe is filled up with lots of hoes. I'm spinning like a revolving globe. And the Bahamas though, me and you got a common goal. They took over the land, I'm focused on plans. And best believe, nothing gon' fuck with that. Cutting down trees like a lumberjack. Look in the sky, they like, what is that? Yeah, flight boss, you know that the sun is back. Yeah. Tell me where your spirit go. You too demonic, but I don't think you hear me though. Yeah, jiggle. There's power in the jiggle, bitch on everything. Archangel Uriel and every lane. There's only two minds, fuck with every brain. Yeah, I'm straight up off the roof. No, I ain't you, but a nigga got the juice. Yeah, nigga flew. Flight boss, bitch, and you know that I'm the truth. Wait a minute, yeah, bitch, wait a minute. Wait a minute, yeah, bitch, wait a minute. Fuck with us if you gotta rep a girl, pump it up, yeah. And girl, you know you got me so weak, yeah. What's the plans that you got for the week, yeah? Girl, you already got what you need, yeah. Can you please now drop to your knees? Drop to your knees, can you drop to your knees? Drop to your knees, can you drop to your knees? Shout out to Big Daddy Kane and Vanilla Ice. But goddamn, I'm Big Daddy Plane and Vanilla Flights. Yeah, every touch of gold, man, the shit is vital. Yeah, my spirit old school, go and get the vital. Yeah, all y'all boys shipping idols. Listen, if you scared, go and get the Bible. Yeah, God, please tell me who gotta go. I'm counting like any, miny, mo. We already know who you got, and you have us all. But I'm going in a slot like a credit card. And when I met you, I met the devil, dog. I'm thinking without you, I might be better off. Yeah. And I ain't stressed at all. All you did was shoot yourself like you tried to buy. I'm taking advantage, don't take me for granted. Cause Archangel Uriel fly to the sky when he making a planet, yeah. I ain't even landed, I'm freaking a damage. Fuck around with Archangel Uriel, I believe you're straight up expanded, yeah. Yeah, I'm straight up off the roof. No, I ain't you, but a nigga got the juice. Yeah, nigga flew. Flight boss, bitch, and you know that I'm the truth. Wait a minute, yeah, bitch, wait a minute. Wait a minute, yeah, bitch, wait a minute. Fuck with us if you got a replica of bubble butt, pump it up, yeah. Yeah, I'm straight up off the roof. No, I ain't you, but a nigga got the juice. Yeah, nigga flew. Flight boss, bitch, and you know that I'm the truth. Wait a minute, yeah, bitch, wait a minute. Wait a minute, yeah, bitch, wait a minute. Fuck with us if you got a replica of bubble butt, pump it up, yeah.
It's like, it'll sound like the getting a BBL. Get a BBL. Get a BBL. You in the hospital, you waiting to get the shot. It's your turn, bitch. It's your turn. And bitch, I'm a man. Keep it natural. Don't go no further than that. Don't go no further than that. All sizes matter, fat, short, tall, flat, voluptuous, all said jiggly, water, all said. The only thing, if it lack jiggle energy, you lack spirituality in some way, shape, or form. And that's it. It really don't go no further than that. I'm saying we don't go no further than that, you old smack monkey. You know what I'm saying? Now look, check this out. We get into goddamn, the moon is Sagittarius right now. So we able to react and respond. You know what I'm saying? React and respond to the thigh muscle, kneecap back. You know what I'm saying? Lower left cheek, left butt cheek, right butt cheek. You know what I'm saying? Left, right. Oh, but you know what I'm saying? Beneath the 8th house. Just anything beneath the 8th house. Medical astrology. Goddamn, you walking around live genital. You know what I'm saying? Well, what's below that? Go Peter. You know, Peter Pan and Paul. You know what I'm saying? You know, Peter, Robin, Peter, and Paul and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Uncle Tom. No, so thank you so much for the donation, man. Yo, Molina, I appreciate that for the bottom heart. Real stuff. So that's what the as above that we got to utilize as below moon chakra at right now. So this is where our heart at. Our heart is in a place of traveling, thigh muzzle, kneecap, wisdom, knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Ninth house transition morality. So morality is one of the main things that we're paying attention to or reacting and responding to. You know what I'm saying? So we left go gadget energy. Inspector Gadget. Inspector. Why the fuck I ain't got no remix of that yet? I'm like sleeping. No, so I've been doing that for years. How the hell I ain't got no song around that yet? I'm retarded now. That shit. Oh, welcome to goddamn it, motherfucker. Flight Washington Horror Babylon mixtape getting ready to drop in a couple of days. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? We left that energy when the moon was falling, aka its debilitation fall in place, the Gentile. So we was all in our emotional reaction towards our genital energies and how we feel and what we want and what we didn't have and how we gonna get it. That might lead to manipulation. Now that you survived through that and you still here breathing air still. Now the moon is in goddamn Sagittarius, right? So for the most part, it just went even below and went into the thigh area. So, you know, you're going to feel emotionally responsive for your morality or checking other individuals' morality when you don't see them doing good justice with their, you know, maybe spiritual system, maybe their advice. Maybe you have received some advice from them and things of that, and then you have to look at that family friend or associate or coworker like they don't know what the fuck they talking about. You know what I'm saying? Or you might be reevaluating your own moral system, or you might be checking other people's moral systems as far as their morality, the advice that they give, and their spirituality and shit like that. And is it moral or not? Because it's all about morality and things of that nature. So when you have the space that you are in and you're trying to teach or you're trying to learn, you know how to not get lost into an energy, a form, a desire, or some way, shape, and form. So that's how it's kind of letting us know what we're reacting and responding to with Sagittarius. And we're going to be either expanding or escaping. And what we're going to be expanding or escaping from is what the sun look like, aka the sun in Virgo. So we're going to be doing Sagittarius things, but it's going to look like Virgo. So we may look like we're trying to put our 2 cents, or we're worrying, or we're stressing out. That's how it looks. Sun in Virgo. About Sagittarius-like things. Spirituality, morality, expansion, thigh area, internal, external travel. Internal travel just means expanding the mind, or expanding, escaping from a mental form you no longer want to be in because it's starting to feel like your spirit is out of a cage or is being trapped. And that could play out healthy or unhealthy ways when that start to bend in and become your actions. To the point it look like you a person who trying to sweep something up under the rug and don't take responsibility and trying to hope something just go away on its own. Or you the type of individual that expand a situation and do what's necessary, rather fighting fire with fire or separating from the situation to expand yourself out of it and take care of the responsibility so you're not the dragon eating his own tail, getting chased by your own ghost because you think that you could sweep things up under the rug or let milk spill on the floor and become spoiled, and then you don't got no esoteric bacteria deficient. Whatever the hell. No, see, I'll try to make up some good intellectual words and shit. Esoteric, but they don't call it deficient. What they call that? I forget what they call the house appliances. You know what I said? The defectant. Yeah, you ain't got no esoteric parasite defectant. So you gotta go get you some esoteric Pine Sol, esoteric Mr. Clean. You know what I'm saying? All those detergents and dishwashing liquids and stuff like that, because you don't want your holy house to start stinking because you a person that's full of bullshit, or you open your doors, your portals, your esoteric house so it can have income and full of bullshit from other individuals and shit like that. So you have to keep spiritual practices over your holy house all the way down, like in the Bible and stuff. It tell you about the Lot energy. You can use that going into Gemini, Sodom and Gomorrah, going back to what you were stable on, and now it ain't consistent and stubborn. So you Lot's wife, and you look back at Taurus when we in Gemini, and you turn into a pillar of salt because you don't want to let go of something that you were substantiated in. And it may look like it's stubborn other than consistent. You could use that salt, that actual witchcraft itself, for your esoteric household and things. So look at the energy of what salt does. It's idolized. It's a crystal off the dirt in the ground and things of that nature. So it's seasoning. It adds flavor or something like that. So when your door or your house is open to someone else's opinion, You want to sprinkle some of that esoteric salt around your house so it block you from reacting or responding to the openness you have had based off other people's opinion. Now you're no longer open to other people's opinion, and that blessed salt that you do play out like an esoteric boundary also to protect any demons that come try to judge your house because it's not a color that they wanted you to paint it anyway. Or you don't got some decoration or some room renovation that suit them and things because it don't look like they house because you don't think like them because you ain't got ornaments on and decorations like they do, aka because you don't accept their same religion or something. You see what I'm saying? So at some point, that's someone trying to color and decorate your house, and sometimes these individuals ain't got no business being at your motherfucking house, and then that's when you have to get into that energy we call cutoff motherfucking season. You see what I'm saying? And then that's when that esoteric blessed salt start to come into handy from a esoteric perspective where you ain't got to use no funky ass religion because you know they doing the same thing. Or what else you think you doing when it's on your mind Jesus' blood, actual blood and flesh, but the first day, first Sunday, first sons, you go in that Catholic church and y'all practice eating some crackers or some bread and drinking some cranberry juice as the physical practice. So what's the difference when you could do these things for yourself and be way more powerful? So when you see in they shit the salt and what it mean, and you know what salt mean in your life, it add flavor to food. You know, it also create deterioration. You put some salt on some ice and it melted. Think about water as people's emotions, and think about you having a stubborn ass person who think that your house supposed to look like theirs in some way, or your mind supposed to think like them. They're stuck in some bitch, some emotion, and then got ice cold with it and things of that nature. Look like esoteric blessed salt works in that area too. You know what I'm saying? And guess who will be salty after it gets sprinkled on their motherfucking ice? AKA, they thought you was gonna care about their emotions and shit like that, but for the most part, that salt melted that emotion, and now they can't come in your house to try to judge you with that emotion because as soon as it reached that doorstep, you got all kind of blessed salt there. So they ice whatever emotionally they was constructed when you let them in your motherfucking esoteric household for them to try to judge it, get left at the motherfucking door and wet the steps up and shit. And then they come in your house naked without that flunked out ass emotion. That's narcissism to make them think that you need decorations in your house, spiritual household like theirs. You know what I'm saying? And then that's that. And if a motherfucker keep coming back and you gotta keep putting blessed salt out, then it's time for you to get back into that energy we call cutoff season and make sure that motherfucker know, don't even come here no more because I'm tired of putting my motherfucking phone on airplane mode and don't disturb. At this point, I just gotta let you hear something. You heard? Bars. Stop coming here, bitch. You know what I'm saying? And boom, you good to go. No, I'm saying sometimes you got to pop out and show motherfuckers that when you make it physical in reality, when the ritual ain't looking like a demon, don't care about the ritual, and they keep sucking by it and shit like that and keep trying to drain you of your motherfucking energy. So that's how you can even look at that. And things of that nature. As long as for healthy practices and things dealing with yourself and you're not utilizing these things for external purposes and self-serving desires and shit and trying to manipulate other individuals, that won't do nothing but backfire and you get motherfucking blood on your hands anyway. So you don't need to be doing this motherfucker shit or be into it anyway, which is a good segue for me to get right back into the astrology. Now, for the most part, when we start to talk about astrology itself, we got the moon in Sagittarius along with the sun in Virgo. So we all going to be reacting and responding to some our own spiritual growth or other spiritual growth, checking the morality of ourselves and other spiritual growth to see if it's healthy, positive, or is it negative and toxic. And then we may show it through the lens of Virgo, aka put in our 2 cents or put in our own 2 cents about ourselves, start to judge what we may have developed as a morality that's not even getting us no physical sense. If it don't make dollars, it's not making sense type concept. Or we might even be judgmental towards others that seem like, especially when it comes to our family. Or it could be our friends, associates, or co-workers, or things of that nature due to the fact of wrong advice was gave. You may have gotten some advice and thought it was the good advice, and it wasn't the same or it wasn't positive results. And now you got some animosity, and now you got to kind of put in your 2 cents because you're worried about taking advice from this individual and allowing this individual to relay that advice to others and shit to fuck other people up. So a lot of that energy is going to be correlated too right now, where you're kind of playing the holy figure for your family, friends, associates, to co-workers if you have to be if you have to suffer being around these energies. Now, if you ain't got no people, places, and things around you to have to deal with that and things, then, or you ain't got no job or something that you do that participate with that, that's part of the holy mission, then you ain't got to worry about it, sit back and relax, and you don't participate with it. But if you're participating with things and these things is floating around and it's getting out of hand, you have to become gods and goddesses holy hand at the moment, and you know, cast judgment at individuals before they start to know that they only going to put themselves in a hell anyway. You know what I'm saying? At this point, you'll know better than your grandmother when she's utilizing one or the other scripture in a negative or toxic way. And then that's when you use the vessel at the moment to show your grandmother that she ain't shit at the moment. And then she can give you some grace and be like, okay, yeah, I didn't see that the right way. And I am using that scripture for narcissism, or I am using that whatever I'm explaining or expressing to you as a form of some self-entitlement energy or something that I'm refusing to take accountability for in my personal life, but it's playing out in this area where it just seemed like I'm dumping something on you as a responsibility and making you feel guilty about something, even if it was something I was supposed to teach you and shit. And you know, sometimes we come up under narcissistic as individuals. Thank you so much for the donation, Manuel Molina. I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. Real shit. You said, how am I seeing my future and my dreams? I don't even know your life. So that might be a rhetorical question. Because if I was asking myself, it'd be things I'm tying together to make it make sense. If I was doing a reading or I was around someone that had that question and I know about their life, or they telling me their life a little bit, I will be able to put the two and two together. But just saying that, you make it sound like I know you, or you might be putting it in another context. You might be asking me, how do you see your future and your dreams? And so you must think I preach some type of pseudo shit. I don't preach pseudo. Like you in some type of desire. You need to stop being a bitch. Saying that means your emotion. That emotion. You might be emotionally into something that you desire, and you want that, and you're trying to do whatever it takes to get that, and that's not necessarily a thing to do when it comes into spirituality. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not calling you a bitch. I'm saying these are traits and characteristics and magic tricks we utilize, and we have to know it ain't what we do, it's how we do it. And you don't want to be in a starting point of getting into something, and when it becomes what you're doing, you don't know how you're doing it. And then now you're asking questions that really isn't the point. You see what I'm saying? Where you say, how do you see your future and your dreams? And that's not the point of it. It's whatever energy you're putting in comes to be. So if I knew your life, you'll be breaking down something that you did. Then I'll be able to put the two and two together in your dream to relate it to something that may possibly be an outcome in your actual life. And then that takes the spookism out of it. You see what I'm saying? And puts it in its proper perspective, where it's not like now you got to do some type of ritual or spell and go in dream time and see your future. That's the psyop way. That's the washi hu way. What you really explaining is things we already do. I'm not teaching you nothing. I'm only reminding you what you already know. When you get lost into the washi hu mind, it's doing what we already do and over exaggerating it. When you're naturally the indigenous, right? And I'm giving you a piece of my blood back, because I am you. We the same. You know what I'm saying? You might just be mixed with a whole bunch of other people's shit because you came from wedlock and things. So you left me later on down the line. But at the same time, when you're looking at these things for what they are, your life is spiritual. Your life is witchcraft. Your life is magic. So it ain't what you doing, it's how you do it. And it may not be what you already doing, like asking that question. It may be what you not doing, and you're not paying attention to that. See what I'm saying? You're not paying it. That's what you're not doing, not paying attention. So when you're looking at your circumstances in your life, these are examples of the energy you're putting in and small outcomes. Then when you have a dream that give you the same sentiment, the energy, but it may be a different character and expression, different person, place, or thing, all the way to your grandmother, it's not these characters, and it's not your actual grandmother, it's the sentiment behind it. The character itself. What did your grandmother mean to you? And that's what's speaking to you. Or what do that object mean to you? And that's what's speaking to you. What do this situation mean to you? And that's what's speaking to you. Then when you separate from the characters, because that was the only way God could come to you, because you're lost in that desire, that animal, that person, that form, and you're able to see why that form is that form in the first place, you will start to see it goes back to you, where we only blame ourselves or we have to take self-accountability. It's something you projected, no matter how much you got affected or influenced by it, to create your own judgment. And you being a powerful spirit, is you always being in control of that and not allowing the external world to control more percentage level of that for you. So you're more persuaded by what the external world thoughts and feelings and influences is being thrown at you, instead of you creating your thought, feeling, king, queenship, priesthood, and affecting the world with that. So you're not letting the world affect you, you affecting the world. Now you become the god and goddess of the world, not some peon demon or fucking low-hanging fruit reprobate that's rude up under some other group of spirits that's doing what I'm talking about. So you either get with the game or you don't. And you ain't gonna like the way you realize how another person or a group is doing it, even like the government, and then you get mad because you ain't doing it harder. You end up just being in a situation, feed me liberation, or creating some fake, spooky, imaginary thing that's terrorizing you and victimizing you, so you can play victim all the time, where really you just need to get off your own spiritual motherfucking ass and start making sense out of shit and get out of spookism. Because if you want to get esoteric about it, the esoteric concept about it is, bitch, you just lazy. It's just pretty much it. Oh, I'm gonna fit on that. If you want to get spiritual, God worked in mysterious ways. Came in mysterious ways that you got lost and thought you was doing something else other than just being lazy. You could sit and meditate all day thinking the Snicker bar is going to walk from the grocery store to your goddamn lap at your crib, until you realize, oh, I forgot. I got to get the fuck off my ass, get the keys and put it in the car. Shit. Then, no matter, you probably so much of a low-hanging fruit, you ain't even got that starting point. Lord Jesus Christ, have mercy on y'all soul. Don't even got no whip or nothing like that. Shit, they're barely too far away to walk and shit. You really gonna have to practice some magic and reality and make it make sense now. Your ass really gonna be separate from God now. God really gonna show your ass, shit, God help those who help themselves, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. Oh shit, real. Oh shit. Let me hear you. Let me hear you chop this up. Thank you so much for the donation, Moonlight Orange. I appreciate that from my heart. I forgot I got a live stream tonight at 10. I ain't gotta charge the phones though, so we'll be on time. Getting spiritual roast, you know what I'm saying? How we doing now, but we getting in talking to the gossips and celebrities and stuff like that too. So let me run down this astrology. Now, like I said, now the moon is in Sagittarius, so it's gonna be sextiling Venus and Libra right now. Venus moving fast. Ain't life going too fast right now? Like, life slow down. Lord Jesus Christ, slow down. That lets you know everybody in the mind more than the flesh. When you more in the flesh, the mental, because look, your spirit, space. Your mind, time. Your physical, matter. The flesh. So when you're more in the matter, your mind, metaphysics, like, slow down. So when you're in jail, when you at work, when you have to focus on something in the body and the flesh, something you're doing externally, man, time is all day. Shit, works, you seem like you at work all day. Shit like that. The mind metaphysics, the time metaphysics seem like it's all day. When you got, thank you so much for the donation, for the Cash App, Carl, Scott, I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. When you jump more into the mind metaphysics, like stuff we doing now, and just you getting your spiritual natures, and you got enough time throughout the day to do that, keyword time, the flesh world seem like time go fast. Damn, days, weeks and shit, all the way to the point you go watch a movie and you at the movie theater, seem like it's a long ass movie, but just really an hour and 19 minutes for real. You know what I'm saying? Get online on YouTube, just because it's some spiritual shit. 8 hours live stream seemed like it was cool to you, especially if you a truck driver and shit like that. So shout out to all the content creators that can go for long times. But it's people out in the world that be needing that, and when you get in the mind, it don't even seem like that was 8 hours. Don't even seem like that was 2 hours, 3 hours, hour and a half. Don't even seem like it was longer than a goddamn movie that in time, we all know that was the natural time of a movie, an hour to 20 to 45 minutes. So that lets you. I'm giving y'all examples how energy and this shit real. This shit how life is. You can't debunk it. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Think about them jobs you had. If y'all had a lot of jobs, and them jobs that don't allow you to have your headphones or your AirPods or something like that, and compared to the jobs that allowed you to have them. Don't anything you do with your body is a ritual and spell. Those jobs that allow you to have your AirPods and shit allow you to drift off into mind and hear your favorite songs and shit like that, and sometimes having conversations throughout the day. Man, work time go, school be like, the day be like, you know what I'm saying? Soon as you then compare and contrast them jobs that don't allow that shit and things of that nature. I mean, you there all day. You feel like you might be in jail. You know what I'm saying? So that's just rooting it. For people can't, you know them how them conscious people be. Always trying to cause some pseudo or something. Like, you can't debunk shit what I just said. This is life. Don't even compare and contrast it with your grifting ass. It ain't got nothing to do with what you grifting about. This got something to do with everybody, what we all got access to and God. Leave it there, nigga. Stop trying to get paid off God. And think you run the authority of all the worlds and religions and shit like that. Shut the fuck up. Know what I'm saying? Everybody got this right. Everybody got this right. And everybody powerful. And everybody beautiful. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? With Venus in Libra, it's sex talent. So we're going to create a lot of opportunities right now where we can react and respond to our love language, our love matters in a more positive scenario. Not so lower octave and stuff like that. You know, Venus been dying to live, aka dying to get out of Virgo. It's debilitated fall in place because Venus is exalted in Pisces. So the way we was even looking at love was more about either money, construct, or this was just something that we was, and when I say construct, that means the order of our love language. Is it right or not, or is this something we got to rework on? And we was even looking at our love language, like deciding is this something we actually like or not, even if we already with someone, you know, even if we love them, we still was looking at them type of situations in our mind. And these are things we easily can get out of. It's just what we experience. You know what I'm saying? The better you know how to deal with these, it ain't what you dealing with, it's how you deal with it. That make you a powerful spirit. And when God is telling you it's time to let something go, you'll know it's that time. When you know it's just your mind playing tricks on you at the moment, when you know the energies like shit like this, you know how to be like, all right, that's all it is. But life will show you. And even when you get confused with your soul, your spirit, and confuse yourself thinking your spirit is the mind, is these energies, and not supposed to be the controller of it, then sometimes life will show you. But you'll get confused and be like, oh, then you'll make slight mistakes, and then those mistakes will be like, oh, let me retract. That ain't even how I felt. And then you'll start to realize, oh, that's why. Because it was 2 moons ago. Or it was that or it was that energy, and I'm no longer in that phase. You may just say that because you're not into spirituality. So you may just say terms like, damn, I'm not in that phase no more. Or I'm not in that space no more. Spiritually, you're not in that space to make those mental forms there, those men and women, those thoughts and feelings to bend in as your actions. You're in a different space, different shift, different existence now, creating a different reality. A mind, you see different thoughts and feelings, left, right, men and women, to condense to become your actions. That's totally separate to the stuff you could compare and contrast. Like, yeah, I don't like that no more. And if that's the mind, you know your spirit, your soul ain't the mind. So now that's how you escape the program. That's how you escape the matrix. And now you know that's what the matrix is. Then when you jump back in those channels, you can find who's programming these channels on this esoteric cable box in Babylon in your household that you pay for, esoteric currency, where your attention go, your energy go. You will know who's specifically getting paid off you. Your taxes there and your taxes down here. Your taxes in your king and queenship, God and goddesshood, and in your priesthood down here in your bitch body. You know, male or female. Know what I'm saying? You'll know who you get lost in Magic Square and pay your taxes to in both worlds. Know what I'm saying? It's cold like that though. That's how cold it is. Don't be no spiritual hater, get with the program. And then you'll be in a teacher perspective, and then your complaining is right. Not in the peon perspective, and your complaining is wrong. Because you only complaining, you ain't in a position someone else in. You know what I'm saying? When you complaining from the boss position, you complaining because everybody else is just peons and they need to get on your level or shit like that. And boom, that's it. That's only 2 routes you could take. So we all doing the same thing. It ain't what you do, is how you do it, and the results always show. Now, for the most part, too, like I said, when we start talking about and don't chalk up results into money, likes, no. Your spirit, your energy. Real life will play out. more as an actualization of God confirming things than whatever we try to jump into with our own ego, than a synthetic ego like online, and try to justify and validate our success on that. You'll be lost forever. And you'll realize even if you do reach those type of forms of success, you'll be unfulfilled. You'll want some more. You'll never be satisfied. You'll think all the way till you destroy yourself no matter how far you go. So goddamn it, you got to know when you need a ledge. You know what I'm saying? Real shit, because when you don't know nothing, you'll fall for anything. But when you know something, bitch, that's an esoteric stepping stone. You got a ledge. So when you fall in, you got something to stand on when other motherfuckers don't. See what I'm saying? You got something to stand on when other motherfuckers don't. Now you working with your esoteric, what's first shall be last, last shall be first. So you working with your esoteric organ area where you sing songs and it becomes the chakra to make your kneecaps and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Then when you come down here, you know you made your physical cross from that mind crossing, your spirit making your mind do the cycle. And then now you made a body. You could put your feet in 90 degrees and spread out your arms. And now you across, right? And then do a full cycle. Go from the right to left or left to right. The right way would be from left to right, right? And then boom, you starting from the east and you're going to west. And what you do is, goddamn it, do your Saturnalia spin. You do your Saturnalia spin. So when you look at this, logo right here, the Saturn logo, that's what you did. Saturn symbol. That's what you did.
According to EN,
you know what I'm saying? Masonic crown and cross symbol. That's what you did.
According to U.S. Jules,
you know what I'm saying?
The crown and cross.
That's what you
it
did.
is a symbol that has been used
you spread it out. You did your, you know what I'm saying? So
and
with a lodge, or when you're doing practices with your females and your men in your life and stuff like that, you do y'all do the astronomy. Know that's what happens in the sky. Harness that energy down here at any time you want. Because you pull out the positive cherry picking and leave the negative destruction, because we know it's wintertime at that time too. So you know how to preserve, so you still got fruit and you ain't eat all your narcissism, and then you ain't got no fruit left during the harvest season. Know how to take that energy into any season of things. Astronomy. Use the astrology, the meaning behind it, because you know you can relate it on the cycle. And you having full circumference of what you just squared out as your business that you want to stand on as a stone, and you know people mean that, and it's a healthy boundary. Then the anatomy, you go somewhere with that about in the sky astronomy, put it on your mind, religion, practice astrology, then do the ritual and spell with your body. And teamwork makes the dream work. Everybody who on the same thought pattern, y'all in your own space spiritually, but in the same street, soul group, soul tribe, and y'all create a soul chamber looking at creating the same imagery in the center from everybody's own perspective and individual subjectivity to make that objective form. And then physically, we'll all do that spin. So whatever that thing we're getting ready to do in reality, gonna be full, gonna take a full cycle, or it's gonna reach its full potential faster than anyone we competing with. And then we could create a symbol that represent what we did too, and put it on our logo, make it our flag, make it our something like that, just specifically for that. We honor all of that into a golem. The astronomy, astrology, and the anatomy into a golem. And then we'll wave it around. Motherfuckers don't understand what we got going on. We straight up doing witchcraft and shit like that. Y'all saying niggas, we're winning everything. Winning everything. So it's practice what you preach. Faith and works. That astronomy, astrology, anatomy, ritual, and spell, then go do something about it. Put your boots and your sandals on the ground. What do? Music, business, entertainment, education, religion, and politics. I bet you that reached the full potential faster than anyone in business, entertainment, education, religion, and politics you're competing with. So you got to do something with the energy. The energy has to go somewhere. Or if it stay pent up, you're dealing with your own men and women, your own slaves and bitches, and they taking over your spirit, eating you alive. And you think you are them. You think you are the mind and anatomy, and you can't control them. So all you doing is arguing with them, and you ain't even a god and goddess. You amongst them, and they cursing your ass out. Your thoughts and feelings more powerful than you. They make your ass sit down on the couch all day. They make your ass argue with yourself all day. You a bitch. You ain't doing shit. Ooh, this person way more lit than you. You a flunked out ass bitch. Get off your ass. You can't do nothing. No one gonna like your shit anyway. Now you just all fucked up with yourself. Hopefully you ain't in the goddamn kitchen looking at knives and paying attention to your wrist too goddamn much. Practicing this goddamn witchcraft and shit and don't know what the fuck you doing. See what I'm saying? That's what that's about. Don't get into this shit if you don't know what the fuck you're doing. Because you ain't gonna do nothing but end up hurting your goddamn self. You the only one in jail. You the only one up under somebody's SUV. You the only one, someone coming in the back and say, hey, you robbed me from my mind or my money, and I'm about to take your motherfucking life. You know what I'm saying? With love, got to do with it, got to do with it. Who needs a love? I'm saying real shit. Y'all don't know what energies these movies is made out of. The practitioners know. Get your spiritual game up. Get your witchery up. Get your witchcraft up. Get your wizardry up. So you can protect yourself with a good sword and shield and don't get reprobated out and don't even know that you might be fighting somebody else's war that ain't got nothing good in it for you. Now you somewhere crying liberation, feed me, from someone who ain't listening, like the government. Just take your ass somewhere and vote. That's it. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to fill in that. But look, check it out. Also, we're going to have the moon and conjuncting Mars in Cancer right now. So for the most part, we may misunderstand where our passions is towards. So our passions, motivations, and our desires should be more moral, but we may misunderstand that and leave it where it's at the moment, aka in Cancer, and make it still emotional, make it still too much into our more feelings and emotions other than and personal, other than making it business and logical and practical. So when we create that misunderstanding, making up the right decision, thinking our passion should go more about personal than business at this time, we'll create a misunderstanding, aka a stimuli or a reaction or a situation that don't make us feel comfortable due to the fact of the moon being a Sagittarius. And we shouldn't be stuck in the Mars. We should understand that would have been a misunderstanding and let go of that emotion so it don't become a cage through the filtering system of moon and Sagittarius, so healthy moon reaction responses and attraction could come from it, not negative. And then you have to create your shield energy that now you're on the lower octave of Sag, escapism instead of expanding. You know what I'm saying? Then it's squaring it's squaring Saturn and Uranus. I mean, not Saturn and Uranus, sorry about that. It's squaring Saturn and Neptune. Really, Neptune is in late degrees, but for the most part, with the square, we need to learn how to get out of escapism energy and more expansive energy where we're not feeling so worried about the harsh realities of Saturn and Pisces, where we're so worried about things not being real or things getting us lost in la la land or us voting and thinking about that the vote don't matter and hearing all these words but not hearing policies. And that's just making that as an allegory because, you know, that's one of the most popular things right now as far as politics and stuff. But at the same time, just take this quote into your own life so you can see this is what's actually going on when it comes to the Saturn itself and how you see reality, and you feeling like that you feel more comfortable creating some money, material, maternal, or discipline based off your creative attributes, and you shouldn't have to do some actual work or some actual hand or duty or labor for actual material, maternal, or discipline in some way, shape, or form. So that's what you feeling like also during this time. You see what I'm saying? So make sure that, you know what I'm saying, you're not in a situation where, even though YouTube kind of got it for a lot of individuals right now, where let's say you got a right type of spirit, but you don't know what you're doing. But you killing soul ties. So you're not caring about the people who know you, what they may think or feel. And you know they may still watch you, but you're in a mission of separating. When you're on that spiritual mission of separating, good things come from that, even if you're scared and don't know what you're doing, but you're still doing it. And that cuts soul ties too. So let's say you're a person right now that do quit their job, but you get online and start expressing it. Yeah, this is why I quit my job. But you're still in the middle of cutting soul ties, but yet you don't care, and you're still trying to do the content, and you're going full force with it, regardless how other people look, you may become a little successful a little bit. Then you gotta know what to do with that notoriety. If you're just doing it for the sake of, oh, because I don't want to work, and that might not be your path. You know what I'm saying? You got it, because it's always about the intentions. The intentions gotta be real, and God gotta see you on the actual path. And the actual path is things like that, separation. You know, anytime you in a form and you do some extraction, it feel better because it's a release, and you able to look back at something and be like, I'm glad I did that. I went through that because I wouldn't have had this level of keyword expansion. So you stay in a small mind and physical circumstance that's like a cocoon. And Sagittarius is teaching all of us that we may not want to be participating that deep into things like that at this moment, because it may make you frustrated and jump into escapism energy and do that same scenario just in a lower octave way, an unhealthy way. You know what I'm saying? So, and then it's trining Chiron in the North Node. So we got this gift to feel emotionally comfortable with our spiritual path, uncomfortable scenarios, and being able to gain comfortability with uncomfortability so we can learn our capabilities and incapabilities. So that's another form of expansion. And for the most part, Chiron, we're catching an emotional grip with any mistake that we made and not looking at so bad at it, and not even looking at it like a mistake. We're looking at it like a learning lesson, and we're developing it as wisdom now, which actually is more positive for the Jupiterian energy that Sagittarius is bringing with the moon and our emotional comfortability in some way, shape, or form. So keep that in mind too. So with this energies, now, it's going to be in conjuncting Uranus and Taurus. So it is in conjuncting Uranus. So I don't even know why I said it wasn't. But it's in conjuncting Uranus and Taurus too. So it's putting us in a situation where we may misunderstand how to react or respond to creating new ways of stability, security, support, safety, and shelter, or material or maternal. You know what I'm saying? So you might be uncomfortable right now if you're not in a position of doing something that look brand new but is still able to gain stability or material or maternal, and you're trying to get your way to get into that. Now, don't be no spiritual hater or become a hater, because you might be in a position where you feel like your only way of doing that is to hate on someone who probably got a head start. And that's your way of jumping into, either if you're online, an algorithm or something like that. But for the most part, like if you at your starting stage and you're doing that, that's very negative. You know what I'm saying? You want to build on yourself first. So even if when you do that, it's more respected because it has a real genuine sentiment behind it. When you're an individual just starting and things of that nature, and then that's your main premise, and then that's all your videos also, you're seen as a person that's trying to utilize others' energy to put yourself in a position just to be, if you was to be in that position, do the same thing of the people you casting stones at. So you ain't no better. You just an individual trying to be that demonic energy and play a god in the demonic world and make it seem like you're the best image or you got the best concept of that world in some way, shape, or form, and you the most holiest thou there, where really you just a fucking demon. So we got to be careful of that too when you're trying to jump on things online and you don't have no sentiment of yourself. So the first thing you do is use others and then just create some complaining energy, and then you think this trauma bond and demonic religion concept you're getting ready to create is how you're going to get in the same position as someone else. And God don't like ugly, because whatever your emotional state you in, to make you create as a bitch, a feeling, to create a man, an image that you get ready to express externally or have on your mind as a thought and not just a feeling, right? Both of those are ugly. That slave, that man, and that ugly ass bitch, that feeling. Those are ugly as hell. Now, you might think they beautiful because you're paying attention, being a fake god or goddess. You're being a demon below these things, upholding them. And you like, ooh, this feeling, this bitch look good. This man, he could carry that out for this bitch. He can get that done to have this feeling make me feel good, because this image, man, and this emotion, feeling, frequency, vibration, I could create an imagery out of it, out of this frequency, man, and then motion picture woman. And now I got a energy. I can see that, ooh, I could be on the seat of the world and I can have everybody doing shit for me and I ain't got to lift a finger. You know what I'm saying? And then for the at that point, and that's ugly to God. That's ugly as fuck. God, like, where is you helping others? Where is this concept of you helping yourself and others? Why does this look like you want everybody just to help you? This looking like another religion or something where the person who believe in something always needs someone who don't believe in they shit more than them to even help themselves, and then they lie to themselves. Yeah, God, Jesus Christ worked through that brain surgeon to fix my brain. That brain surgeon is straight up atheist or something like that from goddamn India or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I think like sometimes that's God don't like ugly now. God don't like that type of shit. Y'all need to know that's what you made that could be beautiful ugly. And Lucifer fell real far down, and no longer just a thought. It became a feeling, and it became a negative one. So it's beautiful to you, but it's ugly. You got to kill that bitch. Fuck Jay's ass, fuck Jay, stab that bitch. Before that bitch take control over your motherfucking life. I'm saying, then you the only one thinking that thing is bright and beautiful. Everybody else looking at it like, that's ugly, that's retarded, that's hell. That this person keep doing the same thing, thinking they're gonna get different results. You ain't gonna keep being in hell thinking you about to end up in heaven and make it look like heaven. You ain't about to convince me your world is heaven. You ain't about to convince me that toy box in the basement and the god of that toy box is you. And every other toy in there is a representation of you. I'm cool with that whole toy box then. You ain't about to convince me the whole world got something to do with this little toy box you just lost in. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. Real shit. If I was to ask you what's the god of that world right now, I guarantee it's got some your name and shit like that. Oh, I'm saying, get your ass out my face. Real shit right now. What's the god of this world name? Goldie Hawn. Oh, get out my face, damn bitch. Oh. Real shit. Then you got people manipulating. They'll be like, oh, it don't got no name. So look at the sentiment then. Oh, they get ready to describe it. Some goddamn self-serving narcissistic shit that they only can come up with. No, I said some shit that's self-serving, some shit that only got something to do with you doing something for them. No, I said that you don't need no name. They still do the same thing. Get that bitch out your face. Oh, for that. Get homie out your face. That's a fucking narc. What's this God you speak of? Oh, it don't got no name. Oh, what it do? Oh, it make other people do stuff for me. It's like, oh, I say, oh, that's you, nigga. That's you. Shut your ass. Get out of my face, dude. Get out of my face. Oh, I say, oh, shit. Everybody trying to play God. Reprobates. Oh, shit, we got 20 minutes. But yeah, I'm saying, y'all got to peep game. That's how you look at spirituality. Don't let nobody take advantage of you that's more retarded than you, especially if you watch my channel. You the holy God, goddesses, spiritual adults in the world. That's why I always put up that plane. You flying in the mind. Boom, you go to the stars. Boom, that's where you at. You getting ready to create some new light that ain't down here yet. Then you become a angel, like a little baby there, because there's some new shit up there that can be brought. And then up there, you become an adult. You for sure about it. So you an adult man and woman, thought and feeling that you're controlling as a god or a goddess. From the 7th, 8th, and 9th dimension. Then you beam that emanation in the 4th, 5th, and 6th dimension. Now it's a mental spaceship. Then boom, you shoot it through your Ken and Barbie doll as a ritual and spell. Anything you do with your body, you can't help but attract people. You can't help to be loved. You can't help to be liked. You can't help to be learned from and stuff like that, because goddamn it, whatever you got and brought down here is from fucking God. Oh, it's just some God gave you. Trust me. Don't show it off too much in this motherfucker shit, and don't boast around too much, because it could be someone in the 1, 2, and 3rd dimension that's in reverse that got $1 billion and they'll spend every dime just to destroy you. And you ain't got shit but something that God gave you. That's how powerful that is. You'll be running around in this demonic world like, damn, what, am I a problem to this person? Where's this energy, animosity? Where's this stereotype? Where's this racial profiling coming from? Where's this secret inside joke and this favoritism shit coming from? And shit, I ain't doing that. I'm trying to be a part. What is this? Why? Then that'd be fake. It'd make it seem like you can be a part, but you ain't got more access than this person. You ain't got more leeway than this person. And everybody know in the room you the most intelligent or you the most hardworking. You know what I'm saying? So you got to figure it out in other ways. Yup, the spiritual way. And welcome to my channel. You see what I'm saying? Shit, you got motherfuckers that demons, they don't even know what the fuck they doing. They just fighting over what God gave you, and they don't even know what they looking at. They just looking at something bright and don't know what to do with themselves. So they be in one loop, another loop, aka fake smile, real smile, fake friend, real friend. You don't know which one they is. You just need to know, motherfucker, you ain't at work to make that. You ain't at work to make friends. And we make everything. Love, hate, and we know how to deal that with ourselves. So that's a mechanism. You ain't even at work to make friends. That ain't the place you make friends at. When you got a business or something like that, that's where you do that makeup. And that's an archetype. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. At work, that take other alchemy. That take other chemistry. You don't bring, I'm making friends there. I'm making love there. This is why a lot of y'all fired up under SUVs, was a manager and had to quit. Based off trying to make love there. then got somebody divorced and some shit. You know what I'm saying? Real, it's like, it's deep. Deep. It's deep. This shit real. Real shit. Y'all gotta peep games. So let me get ready for my live stream and shit like that. We're gonna charge my phone a little bit too, though. But yeah, understand the energies that we in. It's Trine and Aries and Chiron. I mean, North Node and Chiron and Aries at the moment. It's sextiling the Lilith. So it's going to be opportunities for you to feel embarrassed based upon what you're trying to initiate as far as communication or fairness or balance or relationship. You may do something and get embarrassed by the other individual. You may say something and embarrass yourself because you ain't have all the full information about it, how the case may be. Or if you're on a higher octave, it's going to be a lot of opportunities where you can have some sentiment, some meaning, some wisdom, some spirituality or morality, Moon and Sagittarius, when it comes into spiritual growth or expansion and reminding other, not expansion, but embarrassment. Spiritual growth and embarrassment and things of that nature, where you can make a person feel like whatever they've done, even if it led into embarrassment, it's not so bad. And you could probably give them a sentiment or a previous experience you had to make them feel like they're not alone also. And then that'll be the Sagittarius energy, giving someone an expansion other than escapism energy as a form of knowledge. And then therefore, when that person is going through their Lilith, they're able to look at you like you helped them through that travel, or you may be in the opposite end and you're going through that, where someone can help you with that circumstance, but each one teach one. And it's, pardon me, as long as we in that area, then everything is all to the good. The moment you trying to do some shit and manipulate another individual, and then you can't even jump the basketball shot, you can't even be in the gym, you can't even maintain loyalty, you ain't shit. Believe me, it'll backfire. No matter how far you got away with that shortcoming, that monetary gain, that shortcut. It's just that, a shortcut. So when a person who didn't take a shortcut be in the same position as you, don't get mad that you come and go just as fast as everybody else and you can't do nothing to take that person who did it the right way out that position. See what I'm saying? Don't get mad. Don't become no spiritual hater. Get right with your motherfucking self and do better. Once you know better, you'll do better. And I love all y'all from the bottom of my heart. See y'all in like 15 minutes in this motherfucking shit. Whoever come on the main channel and shit and, want to click the link or whatever like that. And we get ready to get down to this motherfucking spiritual roast and the pop balloon show that they just released today. The motherfucking reunion and shit. Why they do that today? God damn it. I don't want to vote on that. Love all y'all.